Happy day 8 of Flossmas Vlogmas. Jacob's given us another beautiful card today, and he's got a song for us today over on his YouTube channel, Modern Folk Embroidery. Lovely. Okay, today's floss is the beautiful slate. It's a really pretty dark gray purple. Just a lovely color. Beautiful. Okay, so stitching is complete. Are you ready? Ta-da! Day 8 is finished. So before we talk about today's stitching, let's talk about yesterday's stitching, because I missed 2 X's yesterday. Big thank you to Judy P this morning, who messaged me and pointed them out, and then I know a couple others also caught it. So in case you missed it, inside these 2 little diamonds there is an extra stitch of Kiss Kiss on the inside, so don't miss those like I did. All right, I think I said to Judy, it's funny that I think Jacob's given us a design that's going to take a village. So, oh, there's Roxy under my arm. Oh, hello. So today's stitching is finished, and it's funny, whenever I start talking to you, if the house has been quiet and I start talking to you, Roxy immediately comes over and she starts to get quite whiny. I think she thinks that I'm talking to somebody who's walked into the house that she hasn't found yet and said hello to. So it's been quite funny. Okay, so I've triple checked all of today's stitching. I've counted the X's. Jacob has said that there is 154 crosses with the day 1 floss suitable, and 127 crosses of the day 8 floss, which is our slate. So all of the day 1 floss, as you can see, was this very simple, straightforward stitching here. And then all of day 8's floss was concentrated in our motifs up here. So let me just point them all out, just so that we can make sure we got them all. We've got the elbows of our sweater on both sides. We've got the little motifs under our triangle here. We've got 3 squares on each side here of our downwards arrow here, and then we've got inside the heart, and then inside the diamond, 1 stitch inside there, and then of course our 2024 at the top. I did use the pin stitch to start these letters, just letters, to start these numbers. And if you're just tuning in and you've missed the days before, I talk about the pin stitch on day 1. It provides a neat and tidy back without pulling your thread across. So it's been a few days since I showed you the back side, so let's flip it over and have a look. There it is. So neat and tidy. It's not a prerequisite, it's just some people like that, so I'll show it off. It bothers my fingers when I'm stitching if there are knots and messy bits, so I just tend to fix it up as I go. All right, so there you have it. That is day 8, done and dusted. While I have you here at the table, I'm just going to move the camera up just a little bit so you can have a peek at Nicholas's gingerbread house. Isn't that cute? Yeah, he went over to a friend's house, and their mom had bought these for the kids, and they were having a Christmas party, and so Nicholas put them together, and he said apparently the Kit Kat bars on top are solar panels. So in honor of the cottage. He's got solar panels on the top. Isn't it cute though? Yeah, it's really sweet. I love peppermint tea. I love peppermint tea. It's quite late at night. It is, it's 20 to 11 p.m. And it has just been, it's just been a really full day, but really quite lovely. So made myself a cup of peppermint tea. Just thought I would have a little wrap-up chat today. I know that I didn't have very much to share today, but the stitching, I wanted to make sure I got that done so that I could share. I know there are a lot of little symbols up in the stitching. I know the symbols are really small. So just in case people are having difficulty seeing them or finding them, I want to make sure that we're doing this together. So I have done that now, and I hope that you're loving how it's turning out. I already know, of course, what the finished design is, but for me, I've been loving watching the daily parts come to life. It's been a lot of fun. So I wanted to say thank you to everyone who left such lovely comments on yesterday's video that I recorded with my son. It was a lot of fun, and he was pretty chuffed to read all of your lovely comments. So thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to, you know, leave me your memories and thoughts and kind words. So thank you. I wanted to remind you that I still have a giveaway open for the 4 Shepherd's Bush patterns that I shared. So if you haven't caught that video yet, if you go back a few days on this channel, I think the screen cap is me holding this charts. Go and check it out. And I am going to pull the winner not tomorrow, but the next day. So I'm going to give you 2 more days to enter on. It is a YouTube giveaway. Don't use the word giveaway in your comment. But I will also have a new giveaway up once I choose the winner of this one. So that's in 2 days. So I haven't opened my advent yet from Patty Break, 4 Boys and a Newfoundland Girl, for day 8. As you can see from the clips that I've been putting in at the end where I've been opening them but not stitching, I am woefully behind, clearly. I was hoping that I would be able to catch up this weekend, but today, honestly, the only crafting, I was able to knit. Sarah had a hair appointment and I went and sat with her so that I could visit with her. So I knit at her hairdresser's, our hairdresser. She goes to the same woman that I see. And so I knit. I finished 1.5 stripes on Clara's sock cuff, and I completed my stitching for the holiday countdown stitch along. So tomorrow morning, tomorrow should be a quieter day, other than we are going to get our Christmas tree tomorrow morning. But the rest of the day should be fairly, you know, low key at home. So I think there's gonna be more crafting time tomorrow. But I'm spending time with my family, so I can't be too mad about it, right? It's a busy time of year. But let's open up day 8. It feels like there's something inside here, so let's have a peek and see what the floss is. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry. Okay, we have DMC 721. That's a pretty orange. And, yes. Stitching looks like fun. And a delicious hot chocolate. So Patty, I'm gonna have hot chocolate with you tomorrow morning. Thank you. Ooh, it's peppermint hot chocolate. Ooh, that looks good. Delicious. So I was tidying up a pile of papers, as you do. You know, things collect in your house, around the house, and I was cleaning up some papers anyways. And I found something that I had tucked in this pile to save to show earlier around the time of my birthday, because my mom and dad, so you should know that my mom saves everything. Anything remotely sentimental, my mother saves it. So she has, but she's also incredibly neat and organized. So everything has its own place. So, you know, everything would be color coded and filed accordingly. So I'm not surprised that she knew exactly where this was, that she kept for 45 years. I'm not even kidding. So now that I've shared it with you, I don't know. This, I might continue to keep this, but really my children can get rid of it, because other than to me, it doesn't mean anything to anybody. But my mother saved my birthday card from the year that I turned 5. So it says it's all washing out there, to my lovely daughter. Old school card. And then on the inside, daughters like you give every day a bright and sunny touch. That's one of the reasons daughters like you are loved so very much. Happy 5th birthday, Mummy and Daddy, XOXO. Also, happy 50th. So she wrote on the card again, and then she gave this card to me again on my birthday this year. Sorry, I cut my finger earlier, so pardon the Band-Aid. I'll get that out of view there. Isn't that sweet? So, my mom. So anyways, 45 years later. So she kept that all those years, which I found was fun. But it did make me start to think about sentimental things. And it so happened that I was unpacking a few of the Christmas tree ornaments today. And one of my treasures is from when my kids were small. Their kindergarten teacher with them made, you know, fingerprint ornaments. You know, sometimes they'll do turkeys where the handprint is the turkey, right? And they turn it into a turkey. Well, Sarah's teacher used ornaments, Christmas baubles, and it's a handprint, you can see. So there's the bottom of her palm, and then those are her little fingers, and there's her thumb. And then they drew little snowmen. Sorry, there's a glare from the light up there, so let's see if I can get it to focus there. You can see they drew little faces and hats on the fingerprints. But I'll never forget that this is Sarah's, because Nicholas's teacher, so she would have been 6 or 7. Okay, so she was maybe a little younger than Nicholas was when he did something similar. But you can see the size of this hand. It's quite tiny. My daughter is quite small. She is 5'4", 5'5". She would probably say she's closer to 5'6". I can't remember the last time she was measured, but John is 6'3". I'm 5'9.5". My daughter, compared to us, is small. I know that she's not small compared to many other people, but compared to her parents, she is small. And she had teeny tiny little hands. Now Nicholas was never small. Nicholas came out as a huge baby, and when he was 7 years old, and I know that he was 7 because of what's written on the back, this was my Mother's Day gift. Look at the size of his hands. Itty bitty, and then huge. Look at the size of those hands, but still, I mean, you can tell they're still quite a bit smaller. And then on the back, dear Mummy, these are the hands you used to hold when I was 7 years old. Love, Nicholas. Look at his cute little handwriting. So what's funny is that Sarah still calls me Mummy, but Nicholas switched to Mum maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. Sweet. Very sweet. So anyways, a little trip down memory lane. We're sentimental, aren't we? It's that time of year. Christmas is the time of year where I get a little bit extra sentimental. So, well, anyways, that is it for me. If I'm gonna have this video up and loaded by the time that the morning rolls around. I don't know if you caught what I did this morning. I'm sure some of you did. When I woke up this morning, I usually check to make sure that the video has loaded in properly because I schedule it the night before. And the video wasn't up. And so I thought, uh-oh, what happened? And I'm looking and looking and the video's not there. And then I realized that I had loaded the video onto the other YouTube channel, which is the Evertote YouTube channel. And it was already like 7:30. So the video had already been up for half an hour. And so you can't quickly upload something. It takes at least 10-15 minutes to complete the process. So by the time I had the video uploaded on this channel, the other video had some lovely comments on it, and I didn't want to lose those comments. I didn't want to get rid of them because people had said some really sweet things. And so I just thought, you know what, to heck with it. I'll just leave them both up. So if you weren't seeing double today, if you happen to catch yesterday's video twice, that was just a late night, tired Caroline making a mistake. So it is also late this evening, but I'm not nearly as tired tonight as I was last night. Not sure why, but oh, I know why. I had a nap today. That's why. I forgot. Totally forgot. I had a little 15-minute cat nap this afternoon. Aren't those the best? Little afternoon naps are my favorite. I know they're not for everybody. Some people really can't nap in the middle of the day. It just really, my daughter's one of them. She cannot nap, and she's been like that ever since she was very little. If she fell asleep in the afternoon after the age of, you know, past the time when they start to grow out of that afternoon nap, she would be up partying until 11, midnight, 1. She always had difficulty sleeping. She still has difficulty sleeping, getting to sleep. Once she's asleep, she's fine. It's just the getting to sleep. So it's interesting that that has sort of stuck with her whole life. That was always a struggle when she was small. So I did have a nap today. That's why I'm feeling so good right now. So tomorrow, Christmas tree and some more Christmas cheer. I know we have a couple of Christmas movies that we'd like to watch tomorrow. And it's Sunday, so there's probably football on, which is okay with me. I neglected to load John's shepherd's pie recipe into yesterday's video, but after I turn this camera off, that's the first thing I'm gonna do before I start editing. I'm gonna go back into yesterday's video and I'm going to put it into the description box where I promised it would be. And those of you who were wondering where it went, it'll be there by the time that you see this video. So I apologize for that. And yes, he is a very good cook. He's a very, very good cook. I'm very lucky. He has taken over the bulk of the daily cooking here, and he seems to enjoy feeding us. He knows all of our favorites and makes sure that he always seems to ask, you know, what do you guys want for dinner? And if we ask for a favorite, then he makes it happen. So very, very lucky. Lucky that he's a good cook and that he doesn't mind doing it. Okay, I think that's it. I'm feeling a little chatty tonight, but I better wrap it up. Otherwise, it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning before I get to bed. So I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a great night, great day. Happy stitching. See you tomorrow.